I did not anticipate that this camera angle is going to be all sorts of funky. Like, I can see myself because the thing turns around. However, this is an odd angle, and let's pause this and see if this video is even. What? Okay, what the heck are these bugs? They just like hover in the air, and they are kind of yellow, but I don't know what they are. They just like hover in the air and they don't do anything. And sometimes they just appear and I get a little scared. I think one of those hovering bugs just got me. Low-key, this is kind of an antithetical Orwellian moment. Bree, please do not alert George Orwell back home. Leave him out of this, okay? Oh, disclaimers, because low-key filming kind of in a little wooded tree path like this is kind of giving like dead wife montage, but I just wanted to clarify, like, it's a really safe area. Like, you know this, you've been here. The hospital's also right there. Like, I can see the hospital through the trees, so I just figured that, like, if something goes south, I can just roll down the hill. Bree told me I needed to manage my time better because she was upset that I hadn't recorded the video yet today, and I was like, low-key, I'm in grad school, cut me some slack. But so now this is me managing my time and getting both my fun extracurricular activities of going on a walk and recording my Vlogbrothers video at the same time. The topic for today's video is going to be why I moved here. This is why I moved here. It's gorgeous and I love it. But in actuality, also, you know, low-key, I moved here for law school. You may not know that. I wanted to finally do a video about how law school is going. I'm just going to go through my classes. So torts. Torts is everything. If you think you've found all of the torts, look around. There's always more. And I almost tripped. There's always more torts. Although I don't think I can sue a rock, but if you think you've found all the torts, look around, there's always more torts. I didn't know what a tort was until last month, but it turns out torts are everything. Torts are all of the civil wrongs, and to be honest, in class, pretty much the main thing we learn about is boats. Boating accidents, boats sinking, people not checking on tugboats, people getting their legs bit off by sharks because they fell off a boat. Like, I don't know, man, like, don't fall off a boat. A sack of flour fell on her head. Let's see, what else? Look how pretty. The case book is really dense, I can't lie. It's kind of difficult to read. People coming. Okay, see, there's other neighbors on the trail, so I'm not gonna die. A lot of the foundation for torts, or the tort of negligence anyway, is based off of really old cases, like boating accidents in the 1800s, or cases where people have a bull fall on them from the above story of a hotel. That's a case I literally just read. Sometimes they can be a bit challenging to read because they're all really, really old. And it's like reading legal mumbo jumbo and Old English at the same time. And then on top of that, there's just always some ridiculous tomfoolery going on in tort cases, and it's just absurd. So torts is torts. It's fine, it's just dense. That is a tort. I mean, not really, because I don't think I can sue the forest, but like if this were a sidewalk, tort. Legal writing is nice. Oh my gosh, this caves water, this caves water path. Like, look. I am definitely appreciating and enjoying how it works. I'm gonna be honest, I don't find particularly the legal writing format to be ridiculous. Oh my gosh, look at this little slope. I don't find it ridiculously difficult, but I think the most difficult thing for me is understanding what all the words mean. It's more difficult, oh my gosh, there's a crossroad. It's more difficult for me to, oh my god, there's a little boardwalk. It's more difficult for me to understand the case books and reading the cases to be able to write. Yay! Alright, next is contracts. You know, I was kind of beefing with contracts at first because I thought it was going to be a big snooze, but honestly I feel like it's the class that I'm most on point with right now. Look at that. Yeah, contracts I feel like I understand the most right now. I feel like my professor does a really good job of balancing the cases but also going over the actual law. Look how pretty. I'm gonna go back now. I'm gonna go back now because that was almost a tort. Thinking about Harvard student Adam Parrish walking through the woods and saying, tort. Gansey go to law school? I don't know. He would definitely bring a camera and record himself walking through the forest, so talking about law school. Anyway, that's Contracts. Contracts is going good, I think. Anyway, it's going to be embarrassing if it's not after I just did this whole documented footage of me saying Contracts is going good. What other class do I have? Legal Professions. It's just talking about, like, you know, legal professions, as you might expect, which is great because, you know, I didn't know any legal professions until last week. There's a squirrel up there. Civil Procedure, which, to be honest, I was very excited for because it helped me determine if I wanted to pursue litigation, which is something I'm not really certain about at the present moment. However, I find myself having to do, not that I don't always, but I find myself trying to come up with strategies to do even more active note-taking than normal, just because I can't. It's just, it makes me so tired. I don't know. But the cases sometimes are interesting. Like today, the case was about Barbie, or Mattel rather, and someone sued them for copyright infringement, and Mattel won, but like, hey, person is expressing insane misconduct, and they were right, but then the people who filed the claim grouped too ubiquitously all of the misconduct under one rule, and that ended up being a form of misconduct itself, because not all of the misconduct they cited for reason for filing the rule was actually all covered under that rule. So that got thrown out and they have to redo it anyway because he was like throwing Barbie dolls. Do you expect Barbies to be thrown across the table in the middle of court proceedings? Comment below and let me know. Anyway, those are my law classes, and this is basically my backyard. How's this for time management, Brie? I love it here. And so this is why I moved here. I love it here, and I will. That's weird. I always do a sign off and I really don't like it. Look at this big rock. Like, for New Hampshire, that's a small rock, but for me, Floridian, it's a big rock. This is why I moved here. I absolutely love it. I can't believe this is like low-key my backyard. And that's all for today. I'll see you on Friday, Brie. Okay, see, I'm coming up on one of these hover bugs. It's just, you can't see it, but hang on. You can see it. It's just that little dot that looks like it could maybe be a lens flare, but it's just this bug and they just hover there. And it's not a spider. Oh, I shouldn't mention spiders on Bree's thing, sorry. Oh, see? Oh my god, it just flew really rapidly. It didn't just hover. They just kind of stand there and I don't know what they are, and they freak me out because they freak me out. They freak me out because why are they just hovering there? Like, don't they have something better to do? Look at the whole, you have the whole woods. You're just gonna stay in one spot. You have the entire forest. You're just gonna stay in that one little spot in the middle of the pathway. It's like a grumpy old troll or something, but you know, I love trolls, so like I'm trying not to be mean, but why do they just stay in one? I don't get it. I don't get why they stay in one spot. That's gonna be my research topic for when I have time. Yep, that's it. That's definitely it. I'll see you on Friday, and you will not see these bugs on Friday. Congrats. I'll see you on Friday. Okay, bye.